Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Jen O'Sullivan, and I'm going to share with you the single most important modality in my entire career as a naturopath and as somebody that's been in the healing sector, natural healing, for almost 20 years now. And this has been so integral in my practice that I don't actually take clients on unless they're willing to do this one thing. That's a huge statement from me because as a naturopath, we want to make sure that we're kind of working with different modalities, but this has had such a big impact. This has been something that has had such amazing benefits across the board that it's now a requirement to join my group. So it's really great. And I just want to dive right in and help you guys see what we're talking about here. And I'm 50 years old. I'm almost 51. And I like to call it aging gracefully. This is the same girl. I think it's 50 years apart. And it's an interesting thing when you start to see how we age and what that looks like. So, you can see her eyes got smaller. They've sunken in a little bit. The nose gets bigger. The lips get smaller. The ears get bigger. The face starts sagging, wrinkly face, gray hair. And it's sort of a bummer for some of us. I actually really enjoy aging. I think it's super fun to be able to age gracefully and not think like I have girlfriends who want to get full facelifts. I have girlfriends who've actually gotten full facelifts and it's expensive and then they look weird. And I'm like, oh, like what's going on? Where I feel like I can own it, enjoy it, love my wrinkles as they come. But because of this product, I'm looking actually younger than I did even, I would say 2 years ago. So it's a really great thing. And so when you start to understand by the age of 30, your stem cells decline by 60%. Stem cell activity in your body, and what I mean by stem cell activity is healthy stem cells, is how we heal. And so as you age, you have these stem cells that go dormant, but also stem cells that mutate, and you get all of these aging issues. But check this out. By the age of 60, your healthy stem cells decline by 90%. So it's a pretty big issue. And so I want you just to think back to when you were in your 20s, when you were younger. What would it be like if you had those great, beautiful, healthy stem cells like when you were younger? Well, what I'm going to show you today is something that is patented. It is something that has absolutely changed the world in ways that I think are interesting. Like we're seeing so many random people out now with patches on that are these patches. Because this has been patented. Nobody else in the world has this. Nobody will have this because it's patented. And it's wearable. It's a wearable phototherapy apparatus. It produces some of the most astounding benefits, such as activating healthy stem cells. And this improves a lot of things. And I'm going to get into why that is. And one of the things that the main reasons this works is because it's increasing a tripeptide called GHKCU, which is a copper peptide, a tripeptide. And they did a study to prove this. This is how it got a patent. You can't get a patent without proving the efficacy of something, and you can't get a patent without it being something nobody else has. So it's really amazing. So when you look at the actual stem cell industry is not approved, not regulated by the FDA. It's actually illegal for doctors in the United States, at least, to treat patients with stem cell therapy. They can lose their license, they can lose their practice, they can go to jail, they can get massive fines. And stem cell therapy only has about a 30% reproduction rate. It's called proliferation rate in one localized spot. So like if you had a frozen shoulder or a bad back and they did a stem cell injection, you usually have to get 3 or 4 treatments. And those treatments maybe last 2 or 3 years if it works. So the big thing there is if. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. And the treatments are anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000 per treatment. So you can see the expense here is pretty high. So when we look at this product I'm going to show you, the X39, it is actually clinically proven to do this, and systemically, meaning all over your body, not just in one localized spot, increase or reproduce healthy stem cells by upwards of 2,100% in just 4 to 6 months of use. What this is going to do is it's going to work with your body to actually increase specific amino acids. Now, the thing about the amino acids are, yes, you're probably hearing things where people are saying, oh, you need to have this supplement or that, and this is going to help increase amino acids and peptides. And it's kind of becoming a buzzword right now. But the interesting thing about that is, sure, you can consume some, your body makes some, there's different amino acids that work in different ways. But the interesting thing here is not just the individual amino acids, it's the combining of them and then binding with copper. So it's not adding anything to your body, it's your body, it's kind of taking, imagine if you were to make a cake and you didn't have all of the things, so it can only grab some of them and then it would make the cake and then it wouldn't be right. What this is doing is it's taking all the things that are in your body and making this beautiful ability to create stem cells. So one of the things that we've found is that some people might be copper deficient. Most people aren't, but like you need that copper to make the magic work. So occasionally someone like, say, my husband, who really doesn't eat any copper containing foods, we put him on a copper supplement so that the magic can actually work. But most of you are fine with what you've got here. So I just want to share with you how this works. And so just understanding amino acids, they are like the building blocks of proteins. They're massively important. But what X39 is doing is it's triggering this GHK-Cu peptide production in your body. That is glycine, histidine, and lysine. So I'm going to break these down for you one at a time to help you understand the importance of this. So glycine supports muscle building, joint repair, collagen building. It helps reduce inflammation, protects your liver, protects your heart, improves your metabolism and your digestion, supports improved sleep quality, and it's vital for glutathione production. Okay, when you have a deficiency in glycine, you have fatigue, breathing issues, weak muscle tone, seizures. So you can see why this could be a problem. Histidine, on the other hand, it supports growth, tissue repair, makes blood cells, protects nerve cells, used to make histamine. It supports immune function, supports digestion, improves sleep quality. And when you have a deficiency, you can have anemia, slow wound healing, weak immune system, poor cognition, poor memory, stiff joints, and arthritis. Again, a very important amino acid. Lysine supports collagen production, hormone production, calcium absorption, bone health, energy, improves your immune system health, helps block cortisol, yay. If you have a deficiency in lysine, you have fatigue, saggy skin, bone loss, agitation, anemia, nausea, loss of appetite, fatty acid absorption issues, systemic protein energy deficiency. So this can be a problem. Now, what's the magic here? The magic here is that copper peptide, that it's binding to copper. It's not just the amino acids. You've got these three amino acids, glycine, histidine, and lysine, bound to rogue copper that's in your body. And when that happens, you get these amazing results. Okay. And everybody's different. So we don't know what, I can't say you're going to get all of these. What I'm going to say is that everybody's different. And we have some of the most profound testimonies just in our team alone, but worldwide. So what is this and how does it work? Well, phototherapy, you know this because the sun does this. So, if your doctor said, you're going to do something and he wants you to stop taking vitamin D, well, that doesn't mean stop going out in the sun. So this is not a typical supplement. Nothing's going into your body. It's like the sun. The sun hits your skin and your skin triggers the reaction, a chemical reaction in your body to increase vitamin D production in your body. Now, you understand this, I think, that vitamin D, human vitamin D, is far more bioavailable. Bioavailable means that your body can actually use it than an over-the-counter vitamin D, right? So it's an interesting thing. So you can consume amino acids that are over the counter. There's a bunch of them, but it's not the same as your body producing more. Human production of, and again, some amino acids, you get enough from your food, most of them, and some of them your body produces on its own. But I'm just going to tell you right now, the human production of it is way more bioavailable. And so that's the same as X39. So this is a little patch. You wear it on the back of your neck or below your belly button. There's some other places to use it. It's new advanced technology because what it's doing is it's using your infrared light and it's reflecting very specific wavelengths from a crystal lattice that is inside the patch back onto your skin. And this triggers human peptide production of that GHK-Cu, glycine, histidine, lysine, bound to copper. Really exciting. So if we start to just kind of break down what X39 is, it's an FDA recognized and compliant general wellness product. It's a class 1 medical device, which means it's non-transdermal, nothing's going into your body. It's very safe. It is made out of organic amino acids, salts, and sugars. It is cased in medical grade plastic and it has a hypoallergenic adhesive. We have a 96% effective rate. In my own practice, what I've found when somebody's having major issues or not actually having any response at all is because they're doing something wrong. And that's why we work with you to make sure, you're having a smooth entry on this. But it's very affordable. And because this is patented technology, remember that no product in the world does what X39 does. So you're going to use this by wearing it behind your neck or below your navel or anywhere you desire. You're going to wear it for 12 hours on, and then you're going to take it off, throw it out, 12 hours off, and then the next day you're going to repeat with a new patch. The thing that I have to stress is that you want to drink plenty of water. The best way to do this is take a couple sips every 10 or 15 minutes, maybe a couple big gulps if you're a bigger person. You want to start hydrating more frequently rather than once an hour or every other hour. You want to actually get in the habit of making your cells have proper hydration so that the mitochondria, as they are activating, and that's one of the main modalities of how this works, you need to have your cellular hydration on point. So that's a big one. And then just consider using some electrolytes. I found that most people are electrolyte deficient. And so when we're trying to understand how this is, like what you're going to expect doing this, I just have to stress that everyone is different. I encourage people to use our health tracker. You're going to write out your wish list, write out everything that you've got going on, take notes of specific issues. The patch is going to go to work where needed, not where you want it to. So sometimes internal happens first. So when you're really tired, some of you actually have that response. Usually it's 1 to 2 weeks of just normal detox. But if it goes beyond that and you're still really tired, it actually means that there's a hydration issue or an electrolyte imbalance. It shouldn't go beyond about 2 weeks of being really tired. However, some of you who have major issues, like maybe you have major scar tissue inside that you don't know about, and it goes to work there, and it could cause extra fatigue. If you say, Jen, my hydration is on point, I'm taking electrolytes, I'm still tired, I want to encourage you that this is a really, really good thing. This actually is an indicator to me as a practitioner that your body is going to work somewhere major inside and it's healing. So I want you to lean into that tiredness. And sometimes people switch and use it at night so that you can kind of just get some sleep at night, but just lean into it. Don't give up. We want to give your body 6 to 12 months on this product. And then once you're outside of that 12-month range and you're feeling good, you can go on maintenance, but maintenance is really about 5 days on, 2 days off, something like that. And that's something where you're going to continue to. So anytime someone says, I'm not feeling anything, I say, great, take off the patches for 2 weeks and see how you feel. All the time they're like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, I didn't realize I had that stiffness or that pain, or, I'm now tired because that was giving me energy. So I want you to also consider just getting normal doctor checkups, and that's something to do. It's just something to consider. So there are some things that you can consider taking. You don't have to do any of this. I, as a practitioner, recommend plant-based supplements only. I take a multivitamin in the morning with a coenzyme Q10, and then I do an electrolyte mix once or twice a day, a stick pack like Relight or LMNT or Pro Mix. Those are just some different brands you can look into. In the evening, you can take turmeric before bed, D3, K2, magnesium. Those are good supplements to take at night. And just know this all helps your body produce and continue to proliferate the healthy stem cells. All it's doing is giving you a leg up. If you don't want to take any of these supplements, you absolutely do not have to. It's just for those of you who just want that extra support. When you're getting started, I always ask people, do you have a lot of stress and inflammation? X39 is our main patch. It's the patch that everybody should be wearing. You should be wearing this one every single day. Don't not use that one. That's the main one. But if you have a lot of stress and inflammation, what I like to do with my clients is to put them on X39 with the Eon patch for at least the first 2 months. What we're going to do is help your body reduce that inflammation and reduce the stress response, your cortisol production, because this is the Eon patch. This is where the Eon patch it strives, like strength. The strength of the Eon patch is, we call it the happy patch. It reduces inflammation, stress response, helps with a lot of things, adrenal issues, liver issues, I just encourage those of you guys to just consider doing both of these. If you have no stress and no inflammation, then just go ahead and wear the X39. But we found that the efficacy rate goes up quicker. You see results faster when you do both of these at the same time, just to start. Again, you don't have to be on the Eon patch all the time. What people usually do after about 2 to 3 months is they'll go on a maintenance of Eon, wearing that every other day or every third day. So something to consider. And then we also have a patch with people are dealing with like bone health. We have 10 different patches, so I don't get into all of them. I just want to share with you the two most commonly purchased patches alongside of X39, just to help you understand why and why people love these patches. So this is the X49 patch, and a lot of you have bone density issues or muscle issues. And so this is going to help with improving your strength and stamina. But for me, why I wear it, I don't have any bone density issues or muscle issues. I had some hair, skin, and nail issues. I really had lost a lot of hair a couple of years ago from the pandemic, and this has brought it all back. So I love using these two together, but I also love using these two together when I travel or when I'm going out and I'm going to be around a lot of electromagnetic radiation, because wearing these two together, X39 and X49 together, helps your body just get good protection with that. So just some extra things to consider. If you wanted all three of those, you could start with all three of those. We haven't had any major detox spirals with those three. But other ones, like we have a glutathione patch, you don't start that until like month 2, carnosine month 2, month 3. So we just really want to help work with you on some of the other patches later. The main one is X39. So if your budget, if you've said, Jen, what can I do if I just have one, if I just do one, I would go with the X39. If you wanted to just do two, I would do X39 and Eon. If you really wanted that extra bone support and muscle support and EMF support, then sure, you can go ahead and do all three of those in the beginning.